And welcome to the SmackDown Preview. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by Dolly Boys, Michael from WhatCulture, here to look ahead to tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. Where we do daily wrestling podcasts. We only review SmackDown. We also the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week, complete with a bloody good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Michael Hamflett to look ahead to tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Right.
I've been eating. Porridge with a fork.
Is that your breakfast this Friday morning? Or
That's what it is, you see. It's a Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Speak on a microphone instead of on the flow. We're
your anniversary today?
Yesterday, because
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah, it was on my anniversary was on Thursday, and as we've repeatedly said, this is Friday.
Yeah, of course.
We're like Rebecca Black, me and you. We're always getting down on Friday. And
this is getting ridiculous now, isn't it? Will you start recording this on like a Monday?
The lengths, I think it's one of them sort of friendship things, really. The lengths we go to save Sidge from having to talk about SmackDown, I think shows real loyalty.
There was genuinely a bit of me, and this might still happen, a bit in my brain that thought, is there any way we can defer the SmackDown review to Tuesday and do like a bumper full gear review so the poor lad doesn't have to suffer through, well, in his opinion, suffer through SmackDown?
I was going to say, it can by me. Like, it's not like during this weekend that I'm in the middle of having, I would miss
off
SmackDown.
Yesterday, obviously.
Yeah. Do you know what? We can't lie to these people. The reason I was eating porridge with a fork, was because it's actually quite late in the day on Wednesday.
What?
I know. Messes with time and space.
Illusion shattered, man.
Thursday, as you may have heard me mention on another podcast this week, is my 15th wedding anniversary with my wife. We are going for a night away at the hotel we got married at, because it's a fancy one, and it's the gift. Maybe, I don't know, 15 years deep in the marriage and fouty and nouth of it. Who knows? And then this weekend, from that, my brother, who has been over, don't press a boner button, who has been over for the family birthdays over the last couple of weeks. Not yet. It's
old people.
Quite morbid, yeah. We'll be, try this one on, yeah. We'll be going down to London.
Pay attention, please. That's how if you're on the tube, like Mind the Gap. Because
he lives in Thailand and he's going to be flying home, but before he does that... Egg! As a fellow Sunderland... I
love eggs in Thailand, don't they?
Right, yeah.
Got enough of it.
As a fellow Sunderland fan, we're gonna...
That worked!
That was good! We're going to go and see Fulham versus Sunderland at Fulham at Craven Cottage.
You got a journalism for that? You got to be joking me!
Well, no, you see, because I won't be covering it, because I won't have to, because my professional capacity is working as a wrestling podcaster, despite what this may look like.
Well, looks like we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Porridge with a fork. And to just level that off, I suppose that needs an explanation as well. Why am I eating porridge with a fork at 4 o'clock on a Wednesday?
Yeah.
Because we do have a bit of a time crunch to get these nuts fitted in.
That's it, I think.
And I did need something to eat. I'm going to go for a little run this evening. Porridge is great for running. After swimming lessons. It's an absolute joke. And the reason I used a fork was because I didn't want to delay us any longer to get to these important conversations. And I went in the frankly pathetically stocked WhatCulture cutlery
terrible, isn't it?
And saw 2 knives and a fork. And I was like, well, eating it with a knife would be stupid.
We're gonna do it anyway.
So it was porridge with a fork. And then I said that and made myself laugh. And then we said, well, let's get going now. We're on a time crunch. So that's why That's where everybody's going to be. I think that's everything squared away.
I've been advising higher ups in this company about expanding the podcast network of future our sort of overlords.
Mm-hmm. And
What's the secret to your number one UK wrestling podcast? I can't tell you.
solid foundations.
If I tell you, you'll lose all respect, any respect you have for me.
I would like to think, by the way, I share all that information because, to be honest, I think at this point, like sometimes if you tune into a SmackDown preview podcast strictly for SmackDown previews here on the WhatCulture Wrestling podcast YouTube channel, you probably know what you're coming for. So I can share all that like information about my life and about what people are going on with because we have the most dedicated audience that go in and don't mind me eating porridge with a fork. But understand that this is ultimately the foundational brilliance that has made us a number one wrestling podcast.
Exactly.
Put you in those rooms to have those meetings with people about like
Horse and Hound podcast.
yeah. Like, I bet you nobody, I will wager, I'll give you £1 million English if anybody in the history of the Horse and Hounds podcast has eaten porridge with a fork within the first minute and a half. And the viewers...
Does that include horses?
Yeah, why not? Because, I mean, how are they holding the fork?
Yeah.
1-0 to me. Yeah, take that, Animal Kingdom.
You're going to win this at a canter at this rate.
It's good stuff. I like, don't wink at me, I got it. I know that means a horse walk. Where was I going with that? Oh, yeah, that was it. Like, that would be uncharted territory for Horse and Hound podcast, somebody to be eating porridge with a fork. But what I know is the people that have tuned into the SmackDown preview will see that and think, yeah, I'm actually getting what I came for here.
Well, enough about red rum. Let's talk about the blue brand.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
What other brands might be getting podcasts soon? Speaking of blue brands, never mind sad ones, happy ones. Hey, what are the various brands within our...
The Week Junior, for all the kids out there who are into their politics and stuff like that. We have
WEE, not like a small child that's maybe getting his ass kicked at school and he's like, I need to find, is there any publication I can do?
Podcasting, yeah. That's why you get 1-1. Have you heard my podcast about you? No? Okay, fair enough. Sponsored by Squarespace. No.
The Week Junior, yeah.
I'm not sure I'm allowed to say anymore.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
But keep an eye out.
And I suppose you could submit one of these, couldn't you, to for a presentation maybe. So here's an example of what we get up to around the coverage of one of the number one wrestling shows in the world, and then just like make a best of, like a clip collection, maybe like some of Brian's photoshops or Jay's like annual tangent infographic that he makes.
It was quite funny last week at the Student Radio Awards that I went to, catching up with some ex-colleagues, and they're like, what are you up to now? And I'm like, I work for a wrestling YouTube channel. And they were like, oh, that's nice. But thinking that's like, right, what do you do for a proper job, though? I'm like, I'm doing better than you are.
This, somehow we do that. Thank you so much. Thanks. Yeah. Like, we're very aware of what this is. So thank you very much. We'll get into SmackDown, but yeah.
You know where they are tonight? Tonight
SmackDown. On Friday. Yeah. SmackDown. I don't.
Denver, Colorado. The Ball Arena. Is that named after? No.
Maybe. The famous Ball family. Possibly. I mean, my nuts are full of spunk for this edition of SmackDown.
Ball Arena. I should have looked this up before. Denver.
What was the thing called? The Ball Empire or something? It was like the Ball, Big Baller brand?
Big Baller brand, that's right.
Love those guys, man.
What's going on here? I don't want to know. I want to know where you get your name from. I don't want to not find out about who's playing there. There we go. Friday Night SmackDown.
The Baller. For those that don't know what we might be referring to, an infamous and in this office beloved segment in which the Ball family guested on Monday Night Raw and kind of took over an edition of Miz TV to the point where John Moxley, then as Dean Ambrose, didn't really know where to put himself.
What's called the Pepsi Center.
The Pepsi Center. That rings a bell. Remember that? Sorry.
The Ball Corporation. I don't think it's the one we're thinking of.
Is Denver one of those places where the altitude is so high, they talk about how hard it is to wrestle there?
Well, you can certainly be high in Denver, but I don't know about the altitude.
Oh, I see.
1000 Chopper Circle. That's the address of the come on, what are we doing here?
Chopper Circle. Chopper.
Denver altitude.
2 balls.
1,600 meters. The Mile High City. So you could join the Mile High Club.
No, I don't think it means that.
What?
I think I think it's describing how far it is above sea level.
What, I mean,
Can we talk about the Mile High Club?
Yeah, go on.
Is it a lie?
How do you mean? I don't think you get like a badge or something like that.
Are people doing it? Like, you've been to the toilet on a plane before.
I was really wondering where you would go. I have been to the toilet, yeah.
Right. It's not comfortable when you're by yourself using the toilet for what the toilet was intended for.
And you're wasting valuable time where you could be watching films.
Well, that too, yeah. I mean, that you could apply that to in your own bedroom overnight.
Huh?
I wonder if the hotel room's got a telly. The toilet space.
Oh, it's very, well, in the, like, you know, normal cattle class, it's very,
And
like, the nice, you know, I never turn right on a plane. I always turn left.
Have you ever? What's the poshest you've flown?
I think maybe, like, one up from basic.
Yeah, I got that once. Come back from New York.
Yeah.
Me and my cousin Nick, who you love,
Hey.
we couldn't believe it. We slept pretty much the whole way because the seats just simply went to a point where there was leg room and you could lie back.
Oh, my God.
This is great, yeah. Didn't watch a film or nothing. Just slept.
The only equivalent I had was with the flight back from WrestleMania LA, when for some reason there was no one on the flight. It was like 20 people.
Yeah.
Me, Nicholas, and Phil all just were told, like, oh, you have to spread out, and therefore you get an entire row to yourself so you can lay down like it's a bed.
Put the arms up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sex in the Bogs. I don't think it would be pleasurable. I think it would be one of them things to do to say you've done, but not something that'd be any good.
Yeah, I make sure it's as quick as possible. So you've done it, check it off the list.
Oh, I can get there, but and then like somebody else coming, like
Is Sex in the Bog's the alternative name for that Samuel L. Jackson film about planes?
and that song that was in the charts in
Stop
1998.
having these mother sex in my mother
Bogs. I want to have sex in the bogs. Alert the flight attendant.
That was like that. I feel like that song came out at the perfect time for me to just thrust at the disco.
Right, I'm excited for this because I know for a fact, because it featured on last week's Top of the Pops, it came out in the summer of 1998.
Perfect. So I'm 10. So like it's the funniest thing.
You're not really knowing quite
No,
what's going
no,
on.
God no, not a clue.
Do you want a very personal / heartbreaking story about that exact same period of time?
Go on.
For me. So how many years difference are we? 3, 4?
Yeah, I'm at 88.
Right, yeah.
August 88.
3 years. I was 13 going on 14. I'll not name the lucky lady, but let's just say I had my first serious girlfriend around that time. By serious, I mean like holding hands in the playground.
Hello.
That kind of thing. It was like I don't know if you know what love is truly then, but I loved her in my mind.
I want
you know?
you to show me.
Yeah. And anyway, she broke up with me, as was her right, and I was crushed. Absolutely broke my heart into a million pieces. I was crushed, but I was playing it cool. You know, I was playing, and it's an important lesson to go through, I think. You don't know that at the time. There was a song, and it's been on Top of the Pops, which is why it's really fresh in my mind. It really made my wife laugh with this story. It's by a singer called Lutricia McNeil.
I know the name.
And it's this really upbeat song where she's done a sad song first. I think it was called Stranded or something, where it was like about being lovelorn and that. But obviously in the album, she must have come through the other side, and now she's like happy again. And she's like, she just want to tell everybody that love is out there. And I remember it being in, you just go to town on a Saturday, try and make your £3 last and then go home. That was
Just killing time.
yeah, in Woolworths with my best mate. And I was like, I tend to try and not show if I'm down in the dumps and that. That's historically a bit of me. But you could just tell I was proper gutted. It had only recently happened in the school week, and we're probably in town trying to take my mind off it or whatever. But anyway, we're in the singles section, and then blasting in Woolworths the most joyous Lutricia McNeil song of 1998. And now
What's it called?
It's called "Someone Loves You, Honey." Someone loves you, no matter what. You'll be there, guy. And it's no, nobody loves me. In fact, the person I love has decided she absolutely categorically does not want anything to do with me. She was really fine about it as well. I'd swear I'd tell you if I could remember the exact words. I can't. But it was just something along the lines of, I don't want to go out with you anymore. No hard feelings, whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Dinner's going to be on the table soon, Michael. Hope it's delicious.
That kind of thing. Proper, very well observed in its own way, that in between a sketch. Yeah, it didn't like, at the end of it, I think it was, let's say, for example, it was like a Tuesday. This happened at the end of a school day. Happened on it was like Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. But like, it's fine, because it's in the UK, and it would have been 1998, and you only got to wait a couple of days till Friday Night Raw. Like, Raw's on a Friday night. He's like, just get to Friday. Just get to 10 o'clock on Friday. Don't care anymore. Like, oh, look what is always there for me and will never, ever leave me because it always wins. It's my sports team, the World Wrestling Federation. Well, we're in the war zone. If you've been broken-hearted this week, don't worry, because Steve Austin's there to shit up with The Rock. Ah, thanks, Jim. How could we have known this was going to happen? Are you worried about showing some emotions in front of your friends because the late 90s and that sort of stuff is kind of frowned upon? Well, Steve Austin's going to kick Mr. McMahon's ass in the second hour. Yes! Monday morning, back into school. Glass smashing in my head. Oh, yeah, you all right? Yeah, I'm glad we're friends now. Need to get to next Friday quick. Oh God, this is a really difficult time in my life.
If it's not you, it's me. Give me
if there's anybody in the United Kingdom called Michael, you know what I've always found love to be? A deadly game. And coming up this Sunday at the Survivor Series. Oh, yeah!
Do you still... I'm serious. I know you broke up with me last week, but I know you've had time to think about it. Do you still love me? It doesn't matter if you still love me. But honestly, no, seriously, I miss you. But if only you'd have had Friday Night SmackDown instead to comfort you as we were on the road to WarGames. The men's teams are set after an explosive... Where were they? I can't remember where the show was actually on Monday night. Do you remember? It's way back on Monday. Here
oh, God, it's all the way back on Monday. Luckily, I can remember because it was the Mecca. The world's most famous arena. The Garden will always be the Garden, even all these 5 days later.
I don't really care on the night about WarGames. When it happens, I'm like, great, I watch it, obviously. Come on, what are we doing? But like, I'm
like 40, 50 minutes a shot, aren't they?
Yeah, but then, I'm there like, yeah, whatever. And then they're like, what if we chuck Punk, Cody, and Roman on a team together? Yeah, I'm fascinated now.
Is it reasonable to say, this is? I don't want to blow smoke up our races. When we regularly did the streams of the live pay, we're not the sort of ones where you see us featuring on the credits to Raw or whatever. We're kind of up late here in the UK. But I would say the most viral, if you want to call it that, you and I ever experienced was after a Survivor Series.
Yes.
But it was nothing to do with the WarGames matches we covered, was it? Not one bit.
No.
Nobody was like...
Once we got that out of the way.
Yeah, get the cages out of the way because the massive star's coming back. It would be insane to release. What we talk about, regular WarGames. I'm excited in the same way that I was excited for Blood and Guts, but Blood and Guts paid off. So, you haven't probably got around to that yet, have you?
Not quite yet.
It's been 9? It's been...
Naked ladies.
Yep.
I think about
they were on. Sorry. What was that band called?
Bare Naked Ladies.
Yeah, they were on after Raw on Sky Sports 3, 12 o'clock. It's been 9 days since Blood and Guts.
Yeah.
And now we're ready for WarGames. 2 more cages. 2 more rings, 20 people.
But thankfully, in this window between Blood and Guts, WarGames, no more like steel cage match or anything like that to muddy the waters, right?
No. Well, because you missed Blood and Guts, you might have missed in the middle of the 2 cage matches them booking a cage match.
You kidding me? We do. But on both women's and men's matches, again, like WarGames match type, I'll watch it, obviously, but I'm not like, oh my God, whereas like the moment the ball drops on New Year's Eve, I'm like, oh, that means we're in the month of the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like, so I've got that. But the people they've chucked in, including potentially, I suppose tonight we could get further confirmation of like an AJ Lee joining or a Becky Lynch joining or whatever it might be. Like, the lineups are amazing.
Yeah, they've gone, this would be the year I would say that...
Especially because they thought it was going to be Wyatt 6 versus MFTs at one point.
Yeah, well...
Half of that had been great.
I was going to say, we've all got big dreams. Sometimes they're not fulfilled. Although more on that shortly. This has been the year where the booking of the WarGames run-up has not been up to par in terms of the actual long-term story. Like, if you go back to, so it was 2022, Triple H was like, no, I'm doing it now. We're having WarGames. Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Like, that was Sami Zayn proving himself to Roman Reigns at Kevin Owens' expense.
That was a good night.
Like, epic drama stuff.
Forgot everything that happened prior to the WarGames officially beginning, as I do every year.
Indeed. And obviously you had Owens and the various other baby faces trying to finally stop the bloodline and couldn't. In 2023, again, a match that was instantly forgotten when CM Punk arrived on the scene. But if you think back, it basically is the start of the setup is maybe my favorite moment in the entire WWE creative boom, which is that epic conclusion to SmackDown where the Judgment Day and the Bloodline have made a dirty deal. And it just requires all the baby faces. And like Cena comes out before Cody and his music stops and they start singing along with his theme. And that had a big part to play with like everybody's theme getting sung.
Yeah.
LA Knights, the baby faces just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Heyman and Rhea Ripley have done that. And like, oh God, there's blue loads of them. And then all of a sudden the goodies come out and Heyman's like, oh, Bloodline lads, okay, sell away. Like, that, like an incredible camera shaking
it's
stuff.
Amazing,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
2024. So yeah, that was ultimately what we landed on with that was the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre, I believe, against the baby faces off the back of it. And then in 2024, which should be the easiest to remember, but is now in fact the hardest, was in the men's one. Come on, Bob, the World Wide Web. It was...
I'll give you a clue.
CM Punk and Roman Reigns making the deal to stop Solo Sikoa's evil bloodline.
Correct.
The original MFTs, in a way. So they've all been very drama heavy on the men's side. In the women's...
That was when Shinsuke last year won the US title, and we were like, what?
Excuse you? In the women's one, it has been historically a bit more thrown together, but there have been some very nice details, and that's what we're getting this year. My favourite of which was Charlotte and Becky's quite emotional reunion, considering how bad it had gotten between the two of them, how like the professional jealousy had ruined their friendship, and then they kind of reunited as baby faces together. That would have been Becky, Charlotte, Need Help, and Shotzi versus Damage Control.
Is this what, 2023?
Yeah.
Bianca
Belair, of course. And I just, these women's combination.
That's when The Miz fought Gunther, and people were like, Gunther's not from the IC title to The Miz, is he?
What's going on here, guys? Come on. So there's been all these kind of like thrown together women's ones, but they always make sure Rhea gets a bin on her head. Rhea Ripley's quite good in them historically. Who else?
Especially when she's got a broken nose.
Yeah, wears a mask, looks dead dangerous, looks dead hard. Candice LeRae's had a few strong performances in them in the past. So there's all these own little bits of lore.
Nia in it last year as well. Yeah, she was.
Who were in the heels? Remind me of the heel match last year. The whole match, sorry.
Women's War Games. Rhea, Bianca, Naomi, Io, Bayley.
Mm-hmm.
Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Raquel. Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae.
Of course, yeah. Because they were kind of, those latter three there were sort of a bit of a unit on SmackDown temporarily, weren't they?
Oh, yeah, that was the briefcase time.
Yeah.
Of course. There's still a bit of me that thinks LA Knight is joining this men's Survivor Series team, by the way.
Yeah.
I think Jimmy's making it to War Games.
Could be taken out as early as tonight on SmackDown because War Games, as we've seen, kind of does not respect the roster split, does it?
It's the one time a year
where the superstars of Raw and SmackDown can interact. SmackDown GM and Postman Pierce have kind of been left chasing the tails by all these surprise returns, haven't they? They've been caught out by the binders and the like.
Oh my God, there was a binder.
Oh, let me just take a look at segment with John Hancock on that thing. They're presumably going to confirm what we saw on Raw as being, right, match graphic, men's match set. Question is, do we have to wait until Monday to get the women's one over the line, or will we get it tonight?
Oh, and I've just checked on the wiki on today, Friday of all days.
Yeah.
And it says Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, and 2 TBA versus Nia Jax, Lash, Kabuki Warriors, and TBA.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Charlotte, surely tonight, Charlotte goes, oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And then maybe next week you get AJ and Becky confirmed.
I know she pronoun boy Charlotte Flair just looked like she was breaking character and pissing herself when Io hugged Rhea. But was the point of that before Charlotte just laughed and kind of undercut the whole thing to show the visual symmetry?
Like, it was a very funny thing in the moment.
Yeah. Just grabbed her and hugged her. What was the idea of visual symmetry? Was Charlotte looking at those two, and was it supposed to be,
It's like looking in the mirror.
yeah, if you two can have that
I
bond.
thought I don't need you anymore. Alexa, underwater. Charlotte.
What if Charlotte did reveal the fourth person on the Women's WarGames team? Her
Really?
friend Ken Dostick. Because that was there ringside as well.
Indeed,
She
you
used
could
that.
see him back.
Yeah, yeah. Charlotte presumably has seen the bond between Rhea and Io and will say, look, just because I don't trust you, Io obviously does. And all's fair in love and war games.
Ah, yeah, that works.
And yeah.
War games and peace.
What about she gets an entire arena of people in the ball arena, the ball center, ball town, like gets everybody in Denver. And war games.
It's the anniversary recently.
I know. Oh, I know.
Becky. Uh-oh.
Oh, speaking of anniversaries, I'm just going to use and abuse this position once again. I was thinking about this just last night. Tony Khan, on Tuesday, when Tony Khan was on El Helwani. Shh, it's a secret.
Way back on Tuesday.
I can barely remember it. When he was talking about how it's been like this full gear is now like this.
Yeah, it's been...
It's been 7 years since the first full gear. Where the hell did you store them cogs, Tony? I really wanted to put the cogs back up. A bunch of screens are really boring.
Why are we talking about AW?
Because, I'll explain why.
Okay.
Because Tony Khan on Ariel Helwani all the way back on Tuesday, days ago, was saying, it's been like, this is going to be the 7th full gear. I can barely believe it. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it? Passage of time. Got me thinking, passage of time. This week, I went and double-checked the old date skis. This week, 9 years ago, was when I first submitted my first articles to WhatCulture.com
Wow.
and was subsequently offered the job.
Fired.
Yeah, and immediately let go. Don't ever write for this. Don't ever darken this company again. But I didn't give up. No, very kindly offered a job. And 9 years doing this.
That's very
And again, I feel like this is the place to say that because anybody that has joined this podcast but be stuck with us past the infamous porridge with a fork gate is must be in for keeps.
Yeah.
So thank you all very much for watching and listening and reading and whatever. Because I mean it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
like,
mad.
I'm going to hit a decade of destruction in 12 months' time. And then hopefully 2 decades and 20 years and 30 years and 40 years. Me and Sidge's Mind Palace moment where we were 2 9-year-olds on a porch and then you just get back, hello. And the three of us are just sat on rocking chairs podcasting about nothing in particular. Like it might just be like a little dust ball going past or the sun setting. But you know the one thing that'll still be on is Monday Night Raw. Well, Sidge, what did you think of Raw?
Was in the same nursing home.
The Go Home Show, the Great Balls of Fire.
2050. How old will we be there? 2050?
Not old enough. We were saying we would be 90 if we're never allowed
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk.
Sorry. I'm going like 70. I don't think I'm seeing past 70.
How? I was going to ask a very sort of like.
I'll be 62. So even that, I'm short.
You got an age you want to get to?
Not really. 69. And then I'll just be like that.
Suck myself off, die. Buried doing it. That's coffin made specially. What's that shape for? Oh.
Just says like obituary. And Wilbourn passed away in his sleep at age 69. Get it? And then like emoji.
What's that in his mouth? Don't move the body.
Please bury me with my fart machine playing occasionally.
With your finger just pressed on it, so it's constantly like pressing like number 8. 8 was his favourite part. He loved fart number 8.
So who advances in the last time is now tournament?
Open casket if you perform in self-fellatio on your 69th birthday and death day. We can all go pay our respects. Should we cover that up? No, it's not. It's specifically requested we all see it.
It's the final.
Would you like to do a tributary press of one of the fart blocks?
It's the final round of the first round.
Yeah. We need to get down to the Elite 8, don't we? We need to get there. We're cutting down from 16 to 8.
I didn't realise the later rounds are already set.
What?
Hang on, wait a sec.
This tournament is ace.
No, I've gone on 2 different websites and they've disagreed, so maybe it isn't set.
Because I've never seen a bracket.
I was trying to find it, and I was like, oh, apparently it's Rusev versus Jey Uso and Sheamus. Look, Rusev versus Jey Uso and Sheamus versus LA Knight according to CBS Sports. I'll just double check that. Oh, it's Rusev versus Sheamus and LA Knight versus Jey Uso according to this. So who knows? We'll just do the first round matches for now because that makes it easier.
Time is now tournament. You can't see it.
Melo versus Bronson Reed.
I think Melo's getting the win.
I think you might be right, you know.
I think Bronson Reed can suffer the consequences of his actions of late with interference by somebody, some babyface or other.
Yeah.
Take a pick. Or the fight just breaks out, whatever, and Melo gets the big win. It's presented as a bit of an upset, but what they're doing with Melo is an onwards and upwards deal. And however far he gets in the tournament, because God knows who he's facing next, we can't work it out.
Actually, I think these are set.
Go on,
Winner faces Gunther. So Melo versus Gunther could be fun.
Yeah. Melo versus Gunther. Good heel babyface combination. Again, somebody that's on the rise who Gunther can ultimately defeat. If you want the Miz, you can have him, but you don't necessarily need him for interference. But yeah,
former NXT champions?
Who? Melo and Gunther, yeah. That's a very nice detail. That probably won't be brought up even by the WWE commentators, so you're so in the NXT bubble. You're like, can we just get this flagged? They both held the biggest belt previously, so I like the Melo character a lot. I liked his attempt to let bygones be bygones so you can go get the hell on, and then Miz kept it rolling. He's like, right, I got business, proper business, John Cena business. I haven't forgotten now. I tried to be the bigger man, Miz. And in 2026, I'm going to ruin the year of the Miz. Hoorah.
No, it's not going to be your team.
I mean, it'll be ours him, but not for Miz.
Okay. And also, we have... Wait, that's not as well, yes. Penta versus Finn Balor. You don't go here. Neither of you do.
Neither of them do. Should have been on Raw. Tournament doesn't work. I feel like I've seen this a lot, even if I've never seen it ever. It's that, like, the Raw mid-card.
Winner faces...
Go on, take a guess.
Do you want to guess?
LA Knight, yeah. Jey Uso.
Go on, give me a guess.
Ah,
That's right. It's Solo. So Penta versus Solo would be class. I mean, Finn would be
Penta.
good as well.
holy God.
What is going on up there? I never know.
Penta wins,
Yeah.
right? Who, on this very show, will be involved in a match against the MFTs.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's happening.
Tongans versus Luchas. Once again, the MFTs have made this mid-card a class card. That's one for the YouTube viewers.
Yep.
My famed Solo Sikoa impression.
Again, one more time.
I had too much arse there. Hang on. There you go. Wiggle in the old junk trunk.
Also tonight, on Friday, it's former NXT Tag Team Champions, Axiom. And Native Raider
When I'm cleaning windows.
versus DIY. I haven't got anything for that.
Bob's got a Bobski.
Versus DIY.
Does he have no conscience? Does he have no heart? Do you have no soul? You son of a bitch!
Jim Ross cheering me up after my breakup. Does she have no conscience? Does she have no soul? No, she was fine. Nice person, actually.
I've got
Could do better than me. Did.
got an idea for this, but it centers around something different.
Okay.
So tell me what your thoughts are on this match. Fraxium should win.
Aye, Fraxium can win. When Fraxium win, could they do a bit where Ciampa's so flustered by the smattering of jackass chants that they've piped because the fans don't care, get a bit distracted and get like rolled up or something fairly non-committal, and even Johnny Gargano's like, man, I don't think it, but you're kind of acting like a jackass. And then Ciampa's just getting wound up to the point where like you think he's going to be like, you're about to meet with, I forget where he's from, Cincinnati's maddest man. And you think he's going to go for his title shot against Ilya Dragunov, but in fact, he just snaps on Gargano in a couple of weeks. Like, Tommaso, you're never going to get it. He just destroys him. No, who's a jackass? No, I went a bit dead, man, there.
Well, I like that as an idea, particularly the stop saying jackass. Fans chanting things. I'm not used to that during DIY matches.
Every single fan in the crowd, like, their mouth could not be flatter. Wait, they're all chanting jackass.
They just try and work it, so they're like doing interviews before the show. Hi, WWE.com here with some fans. What's your name, pal? You're right, my name's Jeff. Hey, Jeff. Jeff, can you name your favorite stunt-based US MTV show starring Johnny Knoxville and Steve-O that you enjoyed? What do you mean, Jackass? Oh! And then just isolate that clip. We got him!
You're still at the end of the word mean. I mean, jackass. They're all sent out there. Can we get a chant going for TV leader of how we might describe the bottom of the pirate from Pirates of the Caribbean, but only using his first name? I'm referring to the Johnny Depp one. That's right, Jackass. So they've got two clips. I mean, Jackass and Jack's ass. It's massive.
I need you to name me. Looking for a quiz question here from a truly committed wrestling fan. Mr. Tunney's first name, followed by the surname of a character played by Billy Gunn that loved his butthole. Jackass. Boom! Got him again.
I'm looking for the phonetic pronunciation of the German way of saying yeah, and also the surname of
Calvin Klein often shortens his...
of Big Bill back when he was working here, home in NXT. Just a surname, though. So can we say yes, Bill, if you were German? but phonetically, how it's written down, assholes. I couldn't have made that clearer in the explanation, okay? No! Phonetic!
But what I thought was, so like, what's it called? Golden Ratio, Axiom's finisher.
Yeah.
Or like some mad stuff from Nathan Fraser. Basically, like, Ciampa gets absolutely battered, right? Mm-hmm. And then literally, because it's not been advertised, literally he's there like, Dragunov comes out and is like, go on then, here's your title shot. Do you want it right now?
I don't mind that.
Like, because it's a bit of a dick move again.
He keeps making up the rules of what the open challenge business is, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Or he says, all right, I'll give you a challenge right now. And then Ciampa's like, oh, God, I'm in real pain. And then somebody else's music hits and he's like, oh dear, open challenge. And then
Gargano goes like, he's like, oh, no, I'm not. I've just got a concussion. Gargano's like, he'll take it. You're like, Ciampa's H-bombs. He gets H-bombed.
That's the move. I like that.
Just hold it. Gargano's holding him up.
Gargano thinks he's helping. Thinks he's helping.
Then 2 thumbs up. You got it.
Torpedo Moscow H-punch. It's the one thing we didn't want to happen.
Him and Kansler a weekend at Bernie's with Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, it's good stuff. We get silly on these Friday mornings, don't we?
I tell you what we do. Yeah, do you think we're going to, just a quick couple of things that aren't advertised, but obviously a fallout from last week. Mm-hmm. Sami Zayn MFTs. What is this? Is this the Go Home show ahead of the Go Home show for Survivor Series, which on that show will feature a traditional Survivor Series match?
Yeah, they'll probably do some sort of video package where it's like Survivor Series by the numbers.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can get there's 5 of them, and then there's 5 of them, and you can get eliminated by pinfall, submission, count out, or disqualification. And that's the video.
I was trying to remember the best friends of Sami Zayn, and I forgot Shinsuke Nakamura in there, who actually he probably has the most history with.
Yes.
Nakamura, Phoenix, and the Motor City Machine Guns.
So iconic rivals, and then that bizarre period where they were partners and wrestler and manager.
Co-intercontinental champion almost.
Yeah, was that the era where Sammy would like just dance as obnoxiously as possible to Shinsuke's music, and that was his whole gimmick?
So,
like,
and then didn't he just win it on a show? It was like, right, you'll defend it against me, who's obviously on your side, and like Braun Strowman. And then what if I just won it?
What if I won it? Like, he was just like angry.
And Shinsuke, what's Shinsuke?
That was his whole bit, wasn't it? It was like took no bumps for like 6 months, but he was angry skanking every week. He could have like torn his knees or something.
Was that electric chair time as well, or was that different?
I think that was slightly later. I believe.
About the electric chair way back on Wednesday.
Whoa, yonks ago.
Jade Cargill, Michin. Feels like that's the next match for her.
Yep.
Squash her.
Ass Kick City.
I suppose they'll set that up for next week.
Yeah.
Go home show. You got a Survivor Series match and a world title match.
Aye. It's
BFAB wasn't for the title, was it? It was just I'll kick your ass.
No, maybe Michin, like Jade's like, all right, we'll fight. I'll beat you up anytime you want. And Michin somehow goads her into defending the title and then still gets her ass kicked.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. Title, non-title. He's still going home in a body bag.
And Jade like kind of proves not only is she tough, but she's also completely fearless and more than happy to put a title on the line because to her it makes no difference. Yep.
Now, one thing that is advertised tonight, which is, I don't know why I find so funny, but it is, from what I've read online, Chelsea Green's championship celebration with Pyro.
Yes, she requested that specifically of SmackDown GM, didn't she? I'm looking forward to it.
I can't remember what his name is.
Loads and loads of red, white, and blue pyro. Maybe pyro that becomes the shape of an American flag. Here, you'll like this. You go to family things. You're a really doting father and husband in a way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like
going to York this weekend.
Case in point.
Fancy.
It is fancy York, isn't it?
Too fancy
Bit
for
too
me.
fancy for me. My cousin went to a fireworks display around fireworks time. You know, remember the 10th of May, but also sometimes the 5th of November. And it was like in support of, I guess, like not scaring the animals. And also like for people, my son's one of them, like kids that like respond badly to the noise.
Yes, yeah.
Like various like sensitivity issues and things like that, to where his like his ear defenders and the like. Fireworks, but the entire thing was drones. It was a drone show.
Oh,
so like
I've seen.
You basically create the exact same effects of a firework display, but they're drones. What about if there's pyro out the air, Kevin Nash and Nitro, and spinny things a lot, but then like the drones come into formation to make an American flag, and then like a massive Chelsea green face.
Oh,
an American flag, a Chelsea green face that morphs into the maple leaf, and that's the formal introduction to the main roster of Ethan Page.
Because I was thinking Matt Cardona maybe showing up for his wife's celebration, Zack Ryder, because they're dating. Well, they're more than dating.
They're very married, aren't they? Yeah. Who's that hot young date you got there? My husband of several years. Oh.
I was trying to think who crashes this, because that's what happens.
That's a good point, yeah.
But
it's not going to be
Julia.
Is it? No.
Is it Thea Hale?
Oh. And this is a call-up, and they just go for it. I don't know.
Doesn't have to necessarily be a call. It can just be like, oh, they've been fighting on NXT, and now...
What if... Is there anybody that, other than SmackDown GM, I can't remember his name, even though she mentions it every week, who Chelsea Green has like a beef with in the men's division? Because if there was a man that could come out and almost like comedically be like, Chelsea, you're rubbish, and... What? Forget some of the otherwise excellent, let's be honest, fantasy booking we did in the DIY thingy match. Chelsea's doing a celebration, and it's all like Americana stuff, and it's a little bit obnoxious. There's some Canada stuff thrown in as well. And then the music hits, and out comes Ilya Dragunov. And he says, I may not be from America, but it's not pyro and drones and flags and maple leafs that make you a United States champion. It's actually defending the title. Like, I won it, and in the first 8 days of me being champion, I defended it twice.
Yes.
Like, you've held it for the first ever second time, and you don't even want to defend it. You're just more worried about this light show. And she's like, shut up, Ilya. And then he's like, no, you shut up. And then before like anything else happens, Ethan Page hits the ring and decks him. And he's kind of like holding his North American title, his Canadian title over the United States champion. And we check it out now, Funk Soul Brother on the go home, NXT North American champion taking on the United States Open Challenge in Ilya Dragunov.
I like
Page Dragunov. Only Dragunov's belt on the line.
Tonight, Paige shall be your entertainment. Is that anything?
It's something. And then he could go by Ethan Payne if he wanted. That's like quite a good indie name, isn't it? If you wanted to train to be a wrestler.
Ethan Payne.
Do you know what? When I used to go watch the indie shows and the social clubs,
And I'd like to introduce you to my brother, T. Yeah! And he's there.
there was a great Northeast wrestler called Harry Payne. I know. On paper, you're thinking, what? He was like almost Pac level in terms of his ability. And I just think he knocked on the head. He had this obvious natural gift for it. It was just like, yeah, Harry Payne out. See you later. I'll take my porridge with a fork.
And that we've come full circle here on this SmackDown preview on Friday. Let us know your thoughts ahead of SmackDown tonight, of course, in the comment section below, or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Watch there, you can sort of follow both of us. Follow Michael Hamflett at...
Michael Hamflett on Cameo or HamflettX at Gmail.
Follow me on X at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE, as I said. Make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Me and Sidge will be here later on today, obviously.
Later on today.
to preview AEW's Full Gear pay-per-view this weekend. Well, tomorrow, of course.
It's 24 hours from now.
And, of course, later on today, we've got WrestleCulture. And I've got to tell you, when I wrote this quiz and song last night on Thursday night, I was blown away by my own brilliance. So check out that one.
Mad how you could have set it up the total opposite and been like, don't have high expectations, it's rubbish. But
Yep.
instead you put mass pressure on yourself.
Yeah, well, pressure makes diamonds, mate. So,
Pressure's a privilege.
what do I do now? Yeah.
Tell them what we've previewed.
Yeah, this has been the SmackDown preview, where we've talked about Chelsea Green's championship celebration, potentially another US title open challenge for Ilya Dragunov, for Axiom versus DIY, who advances in the last time is now tournament, and the road to WarGames.
The SmackDown preview. It's got all this, and my porridge with a fork has fallen on the floor.
See you soon.